Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Okay, so what we have seen in the last lecture, we have completed the all the cases. Rather, we have completed the conservative and non-conservative, and we were discussing about the partially conservative system. Firstly, we have seen Lagrange's equation of motion, and then we are discussing their cases. Okay, any doubt up to this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now we have written the equation QJD is equals to minus dou V by dou QJ is equals to capital QJ D dash. Okay. Uh, Minus dou V by dou QJ. Okay. So let me write down that equation. We are discussing about the partially conservative system and we have obtained the relation QJD is equals to minus dou V by dou QJ plus Qj d dash. Up to this one we have obtained. Now we know what is Lagrange's equation of a motion. Let me write down Lagrange's equation of a motion. D by dt of dou t by dou Qj dot minus dou t by dou Qj equal to QJD. Now here simply what we have to do, we have to replace this QJT from this equation whatever we have obtained in the last lecture. From where we have obtained this with the help of an equation where we have written Qj is equals to Fi plus Fid, that is dissipative force. That means we can have the forces are conservative as well as the forces are non-conservative. So combination of the forces are conservative and non-conservative. Okay, with the help of that we have derived this equation. Now simply substituting that in our Lagrange's equation of a motion, we get dou t by dou qj dot minus dou t by dou qj is equals to, yes, we get it is dou v by dou qj plus qjd dash. Okay, now we'll keep qjd dash on one side and we'll write down the equations. So what will be qj d dash if I have written here? So we remains with d by dt of dou t by dou qj dot minus dou t by dou qj, and this minus become plus this dou v by dou qj. Okay, again here we have considered the conservative as well as non-conservative system. So we know that potential energy is not a function of a generalized velocity in case of a non-conservative, conservative system. So hence again we can write down the same thing. QJD is equals to d by dt of, here I will write down this as dou t by dou qj dot minus dou v by dou qj dot, because this term is zero in case of a conservative system, minus, now here I will write dou t by dou qj minus again dou v by dou qj, which is now we can write it in the form of this L is nothing but t minus v, which we have defined the Lagrangian function while discussing the conservative as well as non-conservative case. आठवत है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
d by dt. Now we can take this qj dot outside and whatever we remain in t minus v. This t minus v I will simply replaced by your capital L minus again you can have this is again dou L by dou qj. So in this way we get this equation in case of a partially conservative system. But what was the equation in case of a conservative system? Here it was same, but here we got it is zero. Okay, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us go for the case in which we have a non-conservative force. In the presence of non-conservative force, rather we can consider this to be a frictional force in the system. we will find out what is the Lagrange's equation of a motion and what is the effect. Okay. Let us start with the example. What is there in the example? An example of a non-conservative force in the presence of a frictional force on the system. Okay. We will discuss the example of a non-conservative force. Example of a non-conservative force in presence of frictional force on the system. And if the frictional force is proportional to the velocity, here we have a frictional force. Now, as we know that frictional force is trying to oppose the motion, right? No, as we have discussed initially that if you are going on a bike, if the road is wrong, अगर रोड थोड़ा अच्छा नहीं है तो we will require more amount of a force. That is nothing but it is trying to destroy your motion. बरोबर ना? Yes or no? If you are going on a bike with a constant speed, if you are having some dissipative forces or frictional forces, so that friction force or that rough road will try to destroy your motion, and that's why you require more amount of a speed to go in a same direction, right? So here we can consider this frictional forces to be a dissipative forces, and hence I will write down this dissipative forces will be exactly, or we can say that it is proportional to the velocity, correct? No, because if force is large then अगर रिवर्स अमाउंट में फोर्स ज़्यादा है तो हमें वेलोसिटी भी ज़्यादा लगेगा हमें उसी डायरेक्शन में जाने के लिए, करेक्ट? नो, just try to imagine the example of a bike and a rough road. You will understand everything. Frictional force क्या होता है, क्यों बाइक को ज़्यादा स्पीड देना पड़ता है, and all. And then we can say that this force, dissipative force, is exactly proportional to your velocity. And now here I can write this FID is equals to minus of some proportionality constant lambda into Ri dot, or you can write down simply this as Vi, and later on you can write this as a Ri dot. Okay, Vi. What is a Vi? Vi is a rate of change of a position vector. So it is Ri dot. Okay. Any doubt up to this one? Now this negative sign introduces due to the case that is a frictional force and it is going to destroy your motion. Okay. Now lambda is a proportionality constant. Negative sign indicates that the frictional force is opposing the velocity. And now we know the actually one result is there in physics, as we are studying whole paper is in the physics only. So that's why we have to take one result from the physics that there is a frictional forces are given by the equation of the form R is equals to 1 upon 2 summation over I lambda I Ri dot square. Okay, you can say this to be a Rayleigh's dissipation constant. The result of this one you can see in the any book of the physics, or you can go for the recommended book which is there in our syllabus, in which the more detailed discussion will be given. But here only we want to what is this Rayleigh's dissipation constant, or we can say Rayleigh's dissipation function. And this is only we make derive such a frictional forces by the function of the form. That means whenever we have a frictional forces we can have the Rayleigh's dissipation function. Now here as we have dissipative forces, now the component of the forces will also be written in the form of a dissipative forces into dou Ri by dou Qj. Now simply I have to write down the value of FID. Now here what is the value of FID we have written? Okay, let me name it as some equation 1. Using our equation 1, you can write down the reason here. Using equation 1 we get what we get, it is Qjd is equals to summation over I. We have to write this is what, minus lambda I Ri dot into dou Ri by dou Qj. Now, one thing we have studied in our Lagrange's equation of a motion, while deriving maybe equation number 11 or 12, we have got the equation as dou Ri by dou Qj is equals to dou Ri dot by dou Qj dot. Okay, आठवते का?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Whether everyone present here?
Yes,
Abholi
ma'am.
Pawar, Ajinkya Sapde,
Yes, ma'am.
अंजलि मोरे, अपूर्वा भुवी, आरती गोयकर,
Yes, ma'am.
दीपा ख्याड़े,
Yes, madam.
मुस्कान पटेल, पल्लवी कांबळे,
Yes, ma'am.
कोमल जाधव, मयूरी गोरे,
Yes,
प्रतीक्षा,
ma'am.
प्रीति
Yes, ma'am.
जाधव, रमेश गुलारी, ऋषिकेश, ऋतुजा गुरव, ऋतुजा
Yes,
शिंदे
ma'am.
Ma'am.
आहेत का? तुलसीराम मुंडे, उमाधन
Yes, ma'am.
शेट्टी,
Yes, ma'am.
वर्षा अरवत, विजयालक्ष्मी
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
विशाखा दानवे,
Yes, ma'am.
दवने.
Yes, ma'am.
Good, you are present. Now, what we have done, simply we have make a use of our equation 1, and here, while deriving the Lagrange's equation of motion, we have got equation 11 or 12, one equation was there. So we have to make a use of that equation, and here it is Ri dot. Here I can write Ri dot divided by dou Qj dot with the help of a equation. Now we can have this minus sign outside the summation over I outside. Again, I can write this dou by dou Qj dot is also outside. As we have done this adjustment in our uh, derivation of Lagrange's equation of motion. Yes or no? So here also, if you take a derivative, it is 2 r dot. Then r dot get cancel. Sorry, 2 get cancel. Again, you get the same equation. Middle ka same equation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take the derivative of this. What you get? It is lambda I dot 1 by 2 as it is 2 ri dot, and this 2 get cancel. Again, you get lambda ri dot into derivative of ri dot with respect to qj dot. Okay, so in this way we have done a simple adjustment. Why we have done the adjustment? So that here we get this. If I take minus dou by dou qj dot outside, and we have a summation lambda I divided by 2 ri dot square. So value of this whole term is nothing but your capital R, and hence we get, okay, what was here, it is QJD, and which is equal to minus, we get the value of this whole term is capital R. So I can write capital R divided by, or we can say derivative with respect to QJ dot. Okay, simply we have written the value of a Rayleigh's dissipation function. You can name it as some equation number 2, and you can write the reason here using equation 2. Using equation 2, we get the result. Now again we have, as we have discussed in case of a frictional forces, that means here we have a conservative as well as non-conservative forces. So here we have a Lagrange's equation of a motion. Just now we have derived. Okay, here we have derived the Lagrange's equation of a motion. What is the equation? Qjd d is equals to d by dt of dou L by dou Qj dot minus dou L by dou Qj. Now in this case we are going to use this equation, so that we have, or we can say that we have derived the equation for the case of partially conservative system, dou L by dou Qj dot minus dou L by dou Qj is equals to Qj d. Okay, value of this QJD is nothing but your minus dou R by dou QJ dot. Okay, so hence we get d by dt of L with respect to QJ dot minus L with respect to QJ is equal to minus dou R by dou QJ dot. Okay, so here we get this equation which is for the frictional force. Okay, and we know that the frictional force is directly proportional to velocity, because जितना ज़्यादा आपका force होगा उतना ही effect आपके velocity पे होगा. Okay, any doubt for this? Starting from the
No, ma'am.
Lagrange's equation of motion, before that we have seen virtual work done, then D'Alembert's principle. With the help of D'Alembert's principle, we have arrived Lagrange's equation of motion, and we have studied 3 cases. What are the 3 cases? The conservative, non-conservative, and partially conservative. And we have seen the example of a frictional force in which we have to make a use of a partially conservative system. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now let us go for the next one. That is, now here we will derive the Newton's laws of motion from the Lagrange's equation. That is, we are going to prove the result F is equals to ma. Okay, this is what our Newton's law. Now, which one? First, second, or third?
Second.
Okay, so we are going to derive this F is equals to ma equation from the Lagrange's equation. The question may be like this: derive the derive the Newton's laws of motion from the Lagrange's equation. Okay, now consider a single particle of a mass m moving in the space due to the application of a force. Okay, now what we have consider a single particle. We have a single particle of a mass of a particle is m moving in the space with the force, that is we can have force F is applied on a particle with the mass m. Okay, and we have given that it is in the 3D space, so simply xyz is sufficient to describe the position of the particle. Let xyz be the Cartesian coordinate which describe the motion of a particle at any instant. And now here we haven't given with any restriction, because we say that a particle is moving anywhere in the 3D space with some amount of a force, some amount of a external or internal force is there on a particle, and particle is moving in a 3D space. So this Cartesian coordinate will work as a generalized coordinate itself, because we haven't given with any type of a restriction. Okay, restriction असेल तर आपण ते number of equations subtract करतो ना. Cartesian coordinate minus number of equation or number of restriction will give you the generalized coordinate, correct? But here there is no restriction, so hence we can say the xyz itself will describe the position of a particle at any instant, and xyz are the least possible number of linearly independent coordinate, right? So what is the definition of a generalized coordinate? Least possible number of linearly independent coordinate. And what is your degrees of freedom? Number of generalized coordinate, or we can say number of least possible number, जो भी होगा आपका, जो भी set of जनरलाइज कोऑर्डिनेट जो भी मिलेंगे उसका जो नंबर होगा वो आपका डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम. ओके, समझते हैं ना डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम जनरलाइज कोऑर्डिनेट?
Yes, ma'am.
Doubt असेल तर विचारा. जनरलाइज कोऑर्डिनेट, डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम. इफ यू हैव एनी टाइप ऑफ अ डाउट फॉर द कंसेप्ट ऑफ अ जनरलाइज कोऑर्डिनेट एंड डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम, यू कैन आस्क. हाँ, समझते हैं जनरलाइज कोऑर्डिनेट्स एंड डिग्रीज ऑफ फ्रीडम? What is the degrees of freedom? It is nothing but number of generalized coordinate. What is generalized coordinate? The least possible number of linearly independent coordinate. And your degrees of freedom is defined as the number of linearly independent coordinate which are used to describe the position of a particle at any instant. Okay, and we have seen many more examples of the generalized coordinate, degrees of freedom. Okay, you can, if you're having any type of a doubt, you can go back to the lectures. All the lectures are available on the YouTube. You can click on any lecture and you can see that if you're having any doubt. Okay, so now let us go for the next point. What we have written, simply xyz will be working as a generalized coordinate. Now, as F is a force applied on a particle, so this F will be divided into three parts. That is a component of forces. Fx, Fy, Fz are the component of forces. We can say in the direction of in the x, y, and z direction. Correct. Now, if T is a total kinetic energy of a system, it is given by 1/2 m v square, which is equal to 1/2 m r dot square. Correct. Now let me name it as some equation 1. Now what is your r? R, as we are discussing, it is in a 3D space, so we have it is xi plus yj plus zk. Okay, so what is r dot? It is x dot I plus y dot j plus z dot k. Okay, now what will be r dot square? You can calculate r dot square. Okay, what will be r dot square? We have to make a use of a dot product while evaluating the r dot square. It is equal to x dot product with, so here you can have, okay, let me write down x dot I, y dot j plus z dot k. What do you mean by dot? Dot means a derivative with respect to t. Yes, who joined so late? Who Nahit? Yes. Okay, here we have a dot product of x dot I with x dot I. Here it will be, dot product will be 1. So here x dot as it is, correct? So x dot, it's x dot, it is x dot square plus I dot product with j, here 0 smare. Now then I dot product with k, again it is 0. Why it is 0?
Angle be 90 degrees. I and J.
Dot product is 0, no?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
angle between them is a 90 degrees. So again you can have, this is what y dot square, again z dot square. So you can have the value of r dot square like this. Okay. So now you can put it in our equation 1, and hence we get the value of equation 1 as 1 upon 2 r dot square. So instead of r dot square, I can write this as x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. Okay, now here we know the Lagrange's equation of a motion is given by, what is the Lagrange's equation of motion? Before that, we must know how many generalized coordinate we have. So we can say q1, q2, q3 are the generalized coordinate, which are nothing but your x, y, z. Because we have just written that this x, y, z itself are Cartesian coordinate as well as they are a generalized coordinate, because there is no restriction for a particle moving in the 3D space. Now Qj is equals to, I can write the equation d by dt of dou t by dou Qj dot minus dou t by dou Qj, and what is the value of j? J is running for 3 values because we have a 3 generalized coordinate. Namaste.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this Q1, Q2, Q3 are nothing but x, y, z. Q1 is x, Q2 is y, Q3 is z. They are itself working as a generalized coordinate. So let me name Q1 is equal to, what will be the equation for Q1? D by dt of dou t by dou Q1 dot minus dou t by dou Q1. Okay, what is the next equation? Q2 is equals to d by dt of dou t by dou Q2 dot minus dou t by dou Q2. Next equation, Q3 is equals to d by dt of dou t by dou Q3 dot minus dou t by dou Q3. Okay, सिंपली व्हाट वी हैव डन, j को यहाँ पे j का जो वैल्यू था वो मैंने रन किया है, एंड देन वी गेट these 3 equations. Okay, let me name it as some equation number, say 3, in which we get all these 3 equations where we have written the value of a j for running for 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now again we have a component of forces which we have written after the writing the relation between the Cartesian and coordinate and generalized coordinate. If you remember, the component of forces Qj can be written as summation over I Fi dou Ri by dou Qj. Okay. Now here also J is running for the 3 values. Since in all this discussion we are having one example in which the particle is moving in a 3D space. So how many generalized coordinate? Only 3. Okay. Now here we can write down the Qj is equals to, the summation is running, so it will be fxi plus fyj plus fzk, and here it will have dou by dou qj of xi plus yj plus zk. So here we can have, for j equal to 1 we get q1 is equals to fxi plus Fyj plus Fzk into dou by dou x, because for j equal to 1 काय येणार आहे q1. q1 ला काय नाव दिलं आपण इथे, q1 is nothing but your x coordinate, correct ना.
Yes, ma'am.
Dou by dou x of ri is nothing but xi plus yj plus zk, right. So we get q1 is equals to, yes, we get it is fxi plus fyj plus fzk, and the derivative of this term, derivative of x with respect to x is 1, and here we get simply I. Derivative of y with respect to x काय येणार आहे 0, derivative of z with respect to x again it is 0. Now again you have to evaluate the dot product. Whether you understood this step?
Yes, ma'am.
पार्शियल डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढलेत ना फक्त. इथे इथे काय करायचं आहे आता, you have to take a dot multiplication. Okay, I dot I will be 1, all others are 0. So you get capital Q1 is equals to Fx. Okay, in this way, can I write directly? Similarly, Q2 is equals to Fy and Q3 is equal to Fz. And let us name it as some equation number 4. Is it okay? Solve केल्यावर पण तेच मिळणार आहे. So you can write down similarly also.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you're not having a fee, you can solve and you can check out whether Q2 is Fy and Q3 is Fz. Okay. Solve करा, derivative with respect to y घ्या, dot product with respect to j येणार आहे, j dot j1 असणार आहे, बाकीचे 0. Again derivative you have to take with respect to z. You will remain with k dot k is 1, all others are 0. So in this way we get the equation 3 and 4, which are in terms of q1, q2 and q3. Correct? Now whatever we have in equation number 3, what is our equation 3? I have written here. Okay, these three equations, right? And here also we get the equations in terms of q1, q2 and q3. Okay, now using equation 3 and 4, can I write directly capital Fx is equals to t by dt of dou t by dou, as q1 is nothing but your x. So hence I can write x dot minus dou t by dou x. Is it correct? This equation is nothing but your d by dt of dou t by dou x dot. q1 म्हणजे काय तुमचा x coordinate आहे ना, minus dou t by dou x. In the very similar way you can do it for our q2. q2 instead of q2 you can write here y. Correct, no? Here it is z dot, here it is y dot, and here it is z. Namaste. XYZ is nothing but your q1, q2 and q3. So whatever we have written in equation 3, instead of q1, q2, q3, we can write it for XYZ. Now by seeing equation 4, equation 3 और 4 में क्या common thing है, q1 equal to है ना दोनों भी equations में, correct? So if RHS is same, we can equate LHS, correct? And hence we have written this equation. Is it okay up to this point?
Yes, ma'am.
So similarly we can write Fy is equals to d by dt of dou t by dou y dot minus dou t by dou y, and then we get Fz is equals to d by dt of dou t by dou z dot minus dou t by dou z. So you can write down the reason here using our equation 3 and 4 and considering the fact that xyz are nothing but your q1, q2 and q3. Okay. Now as we know what is the value of t we have, you can have our equation number 2 in which we get the value of t as 1 upon 2 m x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. Okay, now here also we have to solve that only, correct? You can see here we have to solve the derivative of capital T with respect to x dot and x with respect to y dot and y with respect to z dot and z. So let us write down firstly derivative. Before that, let me name it as some in equation number 5. ओके, ऑल दिस इक्वेशन, क्योंकि हमने इक्वेशन 3 और 4 को कंबाइन करके इक्वेशन 5 रेडी किया है, करेक्ट? Now we know our equation 2. Using equation 2, we are going to find out the all the derivatives. That is dou t by dou x. Next, we will find out dou t by dou x dot. Correct? Similarly, we will find dou t by dou y is equal to. Next, we will find out dou t by dou y dot. Correct? So let us check what is a derivative. Yes, you can have the equation t is equals to what is equation 1 upon 2 m x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. What is a derivative of equation 2 or t with respect to x? का है cell derivative?
mx.
Think once again and tell me. Whether there is any term of x in our equation of t. x दिसतंय का कुठे t मध्ये? हॅलो, किती स्टुडंट आहेत? कोणी रिस्पॉन्स देत नाही? एक किंवा दोन स्टुडंट रिस्पॉन्स देतात, बाकीचे आरामात निवांत चालू करून बसायचं. सांगा, एक्स ची टर्म दिसते का? एक्स डॉट आहे ना, तो डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ एक्स आहे. सिम्पली एक्स दिसतो का? डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ टी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स वी हैव टू
No,
कैलकुलेट.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
So what is a derivative? It must be 0, 1,
Zero.
2. Yeah, 0. Now tell me derivative of t with respect to x dot.
mx dot
Yes.
mx.
mx dot
X dot, na?
Yes, ma'am.
To get cancelled. Here also it is 0. Then here we get m y dot. Similarly,
Y
we
dot.
can have t with respect to z is 0. Again, t with respect to z dot is equals to m z dot.
Z dot.
Now you can say using all these equation in our equation number 5, or you can name this as some equation, or directly you can say using above values in our equation number 5 we get. Okay, using all this value in equation 5 यूज करने के बाद क्या मिलेगा आपको? d by dt of this term, here we got it is mx dot minus 0 है, so it is equal to fx, correct? Next equation is d by dt of my dot minus 0, and again it is equal to fy. Similarly, last equation, what you get the last equation? d by dt of mz dot, okay, mz dot minus 0. Again, why it is 0? Because dou t by dou x, dou t by dou y, dou t by dou z हे 0 आले ना. d by dt of mx dot, d by dt of my dot, d by dt of mz dot equal to fx, fy, fz. हे term 0 है. Okay, these all terms are 0. These are mx dot, my dot, mz dot, and these ss. Okay, so it is equal to fz. So derivative of x dot with respect to t, it is again x double dot, correct? So hence we get it is my double dot and mz double dot. It is equals to fx, and this is equal to fy, and this is equal to fz. Correct? Now what is our equation of a force? We have equation of force, we can write it is as fxi plus fyj plus fzk. Correct? Now here, if you see what is a fx can be written as from above equation value of fx काय आली इथे mx double dot ना. ओके, एफ एक्स का वैल्यू एफ ए वाई का और एफ जेड का वैल्यू हमने कैलकुलेट किया है, करेक्ट। एम वाई डबल डॉट जे प्लस एम जेड डबल डॉट के, and hence we get, if I take mass outside, we get x double dot I plus y double dot j plus z double dot k. But what is this one? This is nothing but your acceleration, correct? No, rate of
Yes.
change of velocity is acceleration, and velocity is the rate of change of a position vector. So you can write acceleration as a d2r by dt raised to 2, and hence we get directly this as mass into acceleration. Okay, you have to write down the reason here. What is this? This is nothing but your acceleration. And hence we get the Newton's laws of equation of motion from our Lagrange's equation. Okay. So what we have done, we have started with our value of a t, because we need this in our Lagrange's equation of motion. Then we have written what are generalized coordinate. जब तक आपको generalized coordinate पता नहीं है तब तक आप आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते ना, क्योंकि आपके जो Lagrange's equation of motion है वहाँ पे qj का वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है, right? So qj's are nothing but generalized coordinate. So in this case, we get Cartesian coordinate are itself a generalized coordinate. And hence now here we have written the three different equation for a three generalized coordinate. Then we written the component of the generalized coordinate. Again we get the three equation. Again by using the equation 3 and 4, that is all these three equation, total 6 equation को हमें equate करना है, क्योंकि LHS and RHS, sorry, LHS and RHS we can have the same, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. That's why I have written them equality. आपको खुद को लिखना पड़ेगा यार, अदरवाइज तब तक नहीं समझ में आएगा। मैं जब लिखूंगी तो आपको लगेगा ये बहुत इजी है, करेक्ट। Now here we have our equation 2. इस equation 2 का यूज किया है हमने, t is equal to 1/2 m x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. ओके, उसका डेरिवेटिव निकालना है। डेरिवेटिव निकालते वक्त आपको चेक करना है कि वेदर वी आर टेकिंग अ डेरिवेटिव विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू x और वी आर टेकिंग अ डेरिवेटिव विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू x डॉट। x ची टर्म नहीं है म्हणजे डेरिवेटिव 0 येणार आहे. So just you have written this and then we get the result. Okay. Now let us go for the next example. Obtain the Lagrange's equation for simple pendulum. Obtain the Lagrange's equation for the simple pendulum. Okay. Whether you know the construction of a simple pendulum? Whether you have a physics or subject in your first and second year of BSc graduation?
Yes, ma'am.
No, what is construction of a simple pendulum? How it looks?
Mass is suspended by a string.
Mass is suspended by a string with some rigid support. Okay. Initially, also I have told you that what are generalized coordinate for the simple pendulum. Can anyone tell me whether you remember that what I have told you about the generalized coordinate or the Cartesian coordinate for the simple pendulum? Okay, let us leave this one. I will complete this later on. Just tell me how many of you done the homework about the dot product, geometric interpretation of cross product, curl, gradient, divergence. केलेत का homework? In every lecture I am reminding you. What is maxima, minima? Many questions I have asked you about the basic points. And these questions itself will be asked for your interview if you are interested to go for the teaching field or anywhere else. If you want to go for suppose any type of a teaching field, maybe it is through MPSC, UPSC, or sorry MPSC, or if it is directly through SETNET or junior college, you have to face the interview. And you must clear your basic concept as you are going to be a master of mathematics. No one knows this. सॉल्व केलेत का होमवर्क ट्राय तरी केला का जे काही क्वेश्चन विचारले होते ते असंच विचारले असं सोडून दिलेत का लिहून तर ठेवलेत का हे आपल्याला येत नाही म्हणून येस Okay, let me take the names, those who were present, and let us check how many of you tried. Aboli Pawar, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
येस काय काय होमवर्क दिले होते आतापर्यंत लेक्चर्समध्ये केलेत का लिहून ठेवलेत का ॲटलिस्ट हे बेसिक पॉईंट्स आपल्याला येत नाही किंवा आपल्याला ट्राय करायचे किंवा क्वेश्चन्स विचारलेत आपल्याला येत आहे म्हणून लिहून ठेवलेत का
Yes, ma'am.
हां सांगा कशाचे आन्सर भेटलेत का नाही ट्रायच नाही केलं आपण अजिंक्य साबळे आमिर जहागीरदार
Yes, ma'am.
what you have done Ajinkya whether you try to solve this
No, ma'am.
why you are so busy
No, ma'am.
then what is the problem
No problem,
whatever the
ma'am.
question I asked you whether you understood that
Yes, ma'am.
then why you haven't tried to solve
Ma'am, I will try to.
you will try okay
Yes, ma'am.
आतापर्यंत का नाही केलं near about 10 lectures we have done no
Yes, ma'am.
next Amir Jagirdar
Yes, ma'am.
whether you tried to solve all the questions whatever I told you in the classroom starting from the maxima minima dot product geometric interpretation of dot and cross then curl divergence all this concept
No, ma'am.
why no yes Amir you have to reply
Well,
नेक्स्ट अंजली मोरे अपूर्वा भुई आहेत का मीटिंग मध्ये
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
येस मॅम म्हणून माईक बंद नाही करायचंय तुम्ही सॉल्व्ह केलं का एक्झाम्पल ते सांगा बेसिक कन्सेप्टचे
नाही केले
क्वेश्चन्स
मॅम
दिले होते
सॉरी.
ना आठवते का दिलेत हे तर माहिती आहे ना आपल्याला
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
मग सॉल्व्ह केलेत का नाही केलं असेल तर का रिझन काय होता 10 लेक्चर झाले आतापर्यंत कधी करणार आहेत? इवन आय हॅव गिवन यू हिंट. यू कॅन सी NPTEL लेक्चर्स, खान अकॅडमी लेक्चर्स फॉर क्लिअरिंग ऑल द बेसिक कन्सेप्ट. बाहेर गेल्यावर कुठे काय म्हणणार आहेत तुम्हाला? त्यांना हे पण नाही कोण होते यांचे टीचर PGला, ग्रॅज्युएशनला. आम्ही ते शिकवायचं बेसिक कन्सेप्ट का हे क्लिअर करायचं सिलेबस. किती टाइम आहे आपल्याकडे? जाण्या येण्याचं पण टाइम वाचतंय ना आता ऑनलाईन लेक्चरमध्ये. काय करताय टाइमचं? युटिलाइज करतायत काहीतरी? कसाच टाइमपास? ठीक है, इट इज ओके अप टू फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन. फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन में सबने ही टाइम पास किया है ना फॉर नियर अबाउट 6 months because everyone was in a tension what will happen and all. But now it is okay, no? You have to now come on a track. यस, अंजली, अपूर्वा भुई, आरती गोयकर, दीपा ख्याडे आहेत का सगळे? किती जणांनी
Yes,
सॉल्व्ह
ma'am.
करण्याचा प्रयत्न केलाय? लिहून तर ठेवलेत काही क्वेश्चन्स विचारलेत आपल्याला, येते का नाही ट्राय कधी. येस कोमल, व्हॉट यू सेड?
मॅम लिहून ठेवलंय पण
हा पण बंद माईक. ओके, नेक्स्ट मुस्कान पटेल, मयुरी इंगवडे, पल्लवी कांबळे, पवित्रा देवरमनी, संचिता कदम लेफ्ट द मीटिंग. क्वेश्चन विचारल्यावर 32 पासून 29 पर्यंत झाले स्टुडंट. अजून जास्त विचारलं तर मग किती सोपे क्वेश्चन विचारले होते मी. डॉट प्रोडक्ट, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट कधी शिकलात आपण? पूनम जैन जगळे, प्राजक्ता गायकवाड. No need to say yes. Whether it just you have to tell me the reason. किसी एक क्वेश्चन का भी जो मैंने बेसिक में पूछा है उसका एक का भी अगर आपको आंसर पता है तो आप बताओ. Why you are doing MSc then? क्योंकि फिजिक्स के और अलजेब्रा, ज्योमेट्री सब इतने ज़्यादा बड़े बड़े कंसेप्ट आपको कोई पूछेगा नहीं ना. कोई आपको गैल्वा थ्योरम प्रूव करके बताओ, आपके इंटरव्यू में ऐसे तो नहीं पूछेगा ना. फर्स्ट आइसोमॉर्फिझम थ्योरम प्रूव करा, लिहून दाखवा, असं विचारणार आहेत का इंटरव्यू मध्ये? सेटनेट मध्ये पण असेच क्वेश्चन येणार आहेत का, लिहून द्या म्हणून? बेसिक क्वेश्चन्स येणार आहेत ना. वेदर यू गो थ्रू द सेटनेट क्वेश्चन्स. Yes, anyone try to solve all the questions with whatever you have given in a SETNET exams if you want to be a teacher. Otherwise, if you want to go any where in a government job, then also you must know all the basic concepts should be clear. Then only you can understand. From where you are going to download SETNET questions, or if you want to do any type of a government job. Okay, let us end the meeting. In the next lecture, we'll go for the concept of the simple pendulum. Okay, thank you. You can leave the meeting.